Good morning, boys. Welcome to my online class. I am Shubroto, your chemistry lecturer. Today we talk about some board question of chapter 11. Here we show the board question of 2018. The first question is in the stem given that X is a compound CnH twice N, Y is another compound CnH twice N plus 2. All of you know that X is alkene and Y is alkane from the formula. Here N equal to 3, that means it's a propene and Y is propane. The first question is what is ore? Second question is metal lead extraction is a reduction process. Explain. How will prove that the compound X of the stem is an unsaturated compound? Explained with equation. And in the fourth question, is it is possible to prepare alcohol from the compound Y of the stem. Analyze. Now we discuss about the answer of the question. First question is what is ore? The minerals from which metal can be extracted economically are called ore. You already know the definition of ore. Then we discuss about the second question. Metal lead extraction is a reduction process. Removal of oxygen or electronegative element or radical is known as reduction. Electron accepted by reactant is called reduction. Reduction of lead extraction are given below. Lead oxide plus carbon equal to lead plus carbon monoxide. Here oxide comes to carbon and produce carbon monoxide. That means lead 2 plus ion getting 2 electron and produce lead. Here reduction occurs lead 2 plus, therefore it's a reduction process. Okay. Then we discuss about how will you prove that the compound X is a unsaturated compound. All of we know that in unsaturated compound give two reaction. One is Baer reaction and another is bromine water reaction. First we discuss about the Baer test. When the unsaturated compound react with KMnO4 and oxidize, it will produce glycol. Now discuss it. The compound in the stem is C3H6 is oxidized by KMnO4 and produce CH3CHOH. Propylene glycol, colorless compound. It has another name, propane 1,2-diol. In the answer script there is a mistake. In the last compound, last carbon, we have to write that CH2OH. Okay. In this reaction, violet color of dilute KMnO4 is destroyed with which proves the unsaturation of propene. Now we discuss about the bromine test. In the compound C3H6 reacts with the orange red bromine water and produce 1,2-dibromopropane. Color of the bromine is destroyed in this reaction. CH3CH double bond CH2 plus Br2 CH3 CHBr CH2Br 1,2-dibromopropane. It's proved that C3H6 propene compound is an unsaturated hydrocarbon. We discuss about the question number 4. production of alcohol from Y. Y is a alkane. The symbol is Cn. Formula is CnH twice n plus 2. If N is 3, then the compound is C3H8. It is a propane, which is a saturated hydrocarbon. Production of alcohol is possible from propane. When propane react with halogen in the presence of sunlight, it will produce propyl bromide. In the reaction which is given in the given the reaction CH3 CH2 CH3 plus Br2, it will produce CH3 CH2 CH2 Br plus HBr. Then this compound propyl bromide react with sodium hydroxide aqueous solution. Please be mentioned that it should be aqueous. If it is in alcoholic form, it doesn't react with one another to form alcohol. If it is in alcoholic sodium hydroxide, it will produce alkene compound. We have to learn that it should aqueous in form and it will produce alcohol. Thus, alcohol is produced from propane by this reaction. Okay, then we discuss another reaction or another stem. Then we discuss about a board question, Dhaka Board 2017. In the stem, there are three compounds. C2H4 is ethene. The compound number 2 is CH3 CH2OH. It's an alcohol, which the name of this alcohol is ethanol, and then HCHO is called methanol. Question number 1 is, what is gasohol? B, what do you mean by polymer? Question number C is, how can you prepare polymer and glycol from compound 1? Explain with reaction. In question number D, is there any importance in industry? Compound 2 and 3, analyze with logic. Answer of the question 1 is, gasohol is a kind of fuel where 10 to 20% of ethanol is mixed with petrol. It's called gasohol. That means when gasohol is produced by mixed of alcohol and petrol. Now we discuss about the question number 2. What do you mean by polymer? Poly means many and mer means parts. The polymer is a large molecular compound of many repeated subunits. Most of the daily usual material are polymer. Polymers are two types, natural polymer and synthetic polymer. Natural polymers are cotton, rubber, starch, and the synthetic polymer are polyester and so on. All plastics material are polymer. Small molecule attached with each other and form polymer. The small molecules are called monomer. For example, polymerization reaction of ethylene to form polyethylene, where ethylene is used as monomer. CH2 double bond CH2 N molecules polymerization reaction and produce CH2 CH2N. It's polyethylene. So it's the reaction. We have to learn that reaction. In question 3, preparation of ethylene glycol and polymer from stem 1 or compound 1, C2H4. The C2H4 is ethene or ethylene. Preparation of polymer from that reaction is called polymerization reaction. Molecules of a small matter or different matters attached with one another to form a large molecule is called polymerization. By polymerization of ethylene in the presence of little oxygen at temperature 2000 degrees Celsius and 1000 1000 atm pressure, polyethylene is produced polyethylene will produce polyethylene. Okay, the reaction is given NCH2 double bond CH2 polymerization in the presence of oxygen, a small amount of oxygen, 200 degrees Celsius and 1000 atm, and produce polyethylene. Preparation of glycol from ethylene. Here we already discussed this reaction in our lecture in chapter 11. CH2 double bond CH2 nascent oxygen which is come from KMnO4 in the presence of potassium hydroxide and produce ethylene glycol CH2OH CH2OH. You have to memorize that the bond of carbon and oxygen should given in the reaction, carbon and oxygen. In my picture the bond is not perfectly alright because the bond is showing that hydrogen to hydrogen, it is not correct. The bond should be carbon to hydrogen, sorry, carbon to oxygen is the main bond of ethylene glycol, carbon to oxygen. Okay, the another name of this compound is ethane 1,2-diol. Now we discuss about the question number 4. Yes, there is many importance of in industry compounds 2 and 3. 2 is an alcohol and 3 is an aldehyde. Explanation with logic. The importance of alcohol, ethanol and formaldehyde or methanol in industrial purposes are explained below. The importance of alcohol. Ethanol is mainly used as solvent in perfume, cosmetics and pharmaceutical industry. If we use ethanol as fuel, in the demand of fossil fuel will be decreased. On the other hand, environment can be kept pollution free. The importance of formaldehyde. The use of aldehyde in the industry is comparatively The use of aldehyde in industries is comparatively less, but produce other chemical substance it is used abundantly. Methanol or saturated aqueous solution of formaldehyde 40% by volume, 37% by weight is known as 100% formalin, which is mainly used to preserve dead animals. Some plastics materials can be formed by aldehyde. Some are given in by polymerization reaction. Aqueous solution of lower molecular weight of aldehyde methanol heated at low pressure and produce hard polymer known as derline. Derline is used to make chair, table, bucket and so on, which would previously made by wood and metals. Here the reaction of derline are given HCHO N molecules and produce OCH and N molecules. Here the number of monomer vary from 5 to 50. Condensation polymerization reaction of formaldehyde, methanol and urea produce urea formaldehyde resin, melamine polymer, which is used to prepare household substance like plate, drinking water pot, mug, etc. Acetaldehyde is used to prepare paldehyde, which is used as a sedative medicine. So many importance of aldehyde are given from this lecture. Thank you all.